Thank you. You may be wondering, Notepad, why are we streaming so late at night? Well, there's a few reasons. First reason was I made dinner, and dinner took a little longer than I thought it was. I made a chicken breast in my rice cooker, steamer, and it was really, really good. Don't get me wrong, really good. When I went to I'm going to take it out and eat it now, it wasn't quite done, so I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it in there for a little while longer. Left it in there for a while longer, came out great. Delicious. Then I watched a Mudahar video. Yes, I watched a Mudahar video, which was about the completionist drama. Yes, more completionist dramas coming out, and that's being ooh boy, that's that shit's fucked. The Hood video, Mudahar, he is a I believe he is some ordinary gamers guy, the funny Indian man. He made this video about a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago, he made a video on the completionist. He was Rard Khalil. He made effectively like completing game. That was his career. Last year they did a video on him because the foundation, the charity he was working with. Yeah, I think he was on some internet historian videos. Yeah, Mudahar's been on there quite a bit, but yeah, the completionist had some charity stuff, little hinky charity stuff going on, hinky dinky. But now they tried to sue a GTA 5 RP server company and may have potentially admitted to visa fraud. Yeah, it's life is not going well for completionist. As someone said, that he managed to complete his career. Very fascinating stuff. It does also appear that people found a funny generator. Let's click the funny generator, everybody. There we go. Let's hit a new game. Grid focused, game heavy. All right. Ritual light, life path focused. Romance based, travel heavy. Prep light, death heavy. Conversation light, Ghibli inspired. Inventory based. Gimmick heavy. I love this. Great. But this is what we do for a living. So, what are we doing today though? What's the 411? What's the thing? So, I did a little bit of setting things up. I did add the season episode and scene section. Thought that would be a good idea. Added in these two things. Effectively, it's just color coding my notes. I've been doing that. Literally, Precure inspired me to color code all of my notes. So the Commandant's notes and the Oracle logs. Oracle logs is for, hey, you want to like, this is just examples. Commandant's notes are, hey, we want kind of. These remained the exact same. I added Prodigy. I believe I put the Prodigy in here as well, and I redid the Beret. Effectively, this used to be the Marine. Now it is called just the Beret, which it's multiple backgrounds in regards to hardcore military experience. I did add the celebrity as well because I'm like, okay, yeah, we can play with that a little bit. I think that'll be interesting. So, yeah, you're just a celebrity. You went a couple of years of doing that. You get some bonus fame. Did talk about how fame actually works a little bit down here, and added an explanation for all of the added a kind of an explanation for all of the just backgrounds and kind of employment and things. I was like, okay, like what do we want to do here? That's pretty much it. I did add in the option of younger staff members. I did see pretty consistently most people are going to end up about 35-ish if we do it this way. For example, this is Reiko Ishimura following the basic way of doing things, following the absolute basic. So, as you can kind of see, she did her full education. She did a master's into a doctorate. That took her effectively a while, effectively. So it's 4 for each. And then she did her final tenure where she switched over to a psychologist position. And then that's everything. Her final actual stat line, which is actually not bad when it came to business because she rolled very well when it came to business. Not great when it came to psychology or science, but she took some idiosyncrasy to pick that up a little bit. Effectively, I did add the option for if you want to play younger pilot, if you want to play younger people, some people, like, Misato is 29 years. That's something you gotta remember. Misato is 29. Ritsuko is 29. Kaji's 30. Like, some of the characters are pretty young from what you would kind of think. So I reduced down the ages. So I reduced down the interval ages. Instead of it being 4, 5, 6, it's now 2, 4, 5. Well, if you hit that kind of you get up there in the years, it's going to cost you a little bit. Technically, you can play someone who's 29 now and still have roughly the same amount of experience. It's a little bit hinky. So, what are you doing with backgrounds? Backgrounds are, if we kind of go down here, it's a life path system where you get to choose. What did you do? What did you do during your early education? Hey, I went to a STEM school, and because you went to a STEM school, you got some contact. Something she has. Hey, and then she went to her master's program. Then she went to a doctorate program, and then she psychologist for 5 years, got her doctorate, became a psychologist, and then proceeded to say, hey, no, I'm good. This is what I wanted. He did not roll very well on technical, if you can't catch that. But she is very good at doing her job, very good at accounting. Love me a life path system. Yeah, again, I think the ages are a little bit... I don't hate the ages. It feels that's a little bit more reasonable. On the other hand, it's also like everyone's going to be playing guys in their 30s, 40s, most likely. And some people might like that. If you want to go through, you want to get your doctorate. You don't need to get your doctorate if you want to get your doctorate. Yeah, exactly. Welcome to Traveler, then. Again, so that's why I put in the, like, hey, if you want, you can make people younger. This is how you make people younger, how you make them a little bit easier. Entirely up to you, the players, and the GM, if you want that. Don't. Kind of talked about how the idea of fame and suspicion work. For example, technically it is possible to become a movie star. Like, if you literally want to make someone like Neil deGrasse fucking Tyson, you would just take multiple levels of celebrity. And that's just who you are. I don't know to make a system where you get characters getting older during haircut and also have a variation. Not everyone play at 30. Generally speaking, I'm thinking a lot of people are going to get their 30s, 40s, and there's going to be at least someone who's going to be like, nah, I can keep going. Because with, like, Reiko, for example, I could continue pushing her. I could do 2 more 10 years. I could do an entire another 10 years as psychologist, bring her up to 40. I can bring her up to like, just to kind of give you an example, Reiko could do 2 more times as a psychologist, effectively get 2d10 and everything, but she would be 45, which doesn't seem that bad for the amount you get. And that's kind of what I wanted to kind of get across more than anything. Like, I wanted to get across the, hey, you want to push yourself further. Like, pushing yourself further means you alienate people. So that's kind of the back end. It's, I think most people would be okay. Again, I might... Option B is I literally make each of these somewhat different. Like, effectively, I put in another thing here, which would be like time. And time would be like, oh, this is this is standard, this is long. Kind of indicating, hey, yeah, you worked in this for 2 years. You worked in this for 4 years. Like, yeah, you got your doctorate. That took you... How long does it take? Yeah, between 3 to 8 years. I'm like, that's... Like... Ugh. A lot of compromises when it came to this, but should work. Should work. Here, I should say idiot. Idiosyncrasies. The yeah, effectively, you also get some idiosyncrasies for free. Some of them are just like if you're like 30, if you're 30 years old, you get 2. If you are 70, you would get 4. Like, that's kind of the idea. The more you get some more kind of special ability. Reiko down here just chose professional development to bump up her stats a little. Competent science college. What happens if I make an old character? The biggest issue with making a very old character, one big issue, is that you have really, really poor pilot trust. Pilot trust at -5, like -5 or -7, that's pretty bad. Like, that is a -5 difficulty to overcome now. You need minimum 5 successes to score 0 success. That's kind of the issue. Where it's, the more you push, the more disconnected you get from the pilots, which is kind of important. And you also start experiencing random experience to you also start losing your skills as well. That's also the big issue. You start suffering expertise delay. Okay. Mind you, you can get really lucky with all of those, mind you. You can get very lucky. On the other hand, you can also get very unlucky. Kind of depends on how you... But yeah, that should work. Okay. What we need to do now is open up the right things. Opening up all the wrong documents. All the wrong. So, this is... We go all the way over here. These are our Aeon careers. These are... What is your job at A? Right hand is tens across the board. You gotta be the best of the best. And this is your final result. This is your final expertise. For example, if we go Reiko. Reiko has these stats. She's pretty damn good. She is a very competent person. She does, qualify for quite a few of these. On the other hand, maybe you want to qualify for something else. You can take an idiosyncrasy if you say, hey, I want to I want to be the chief physician, but I don't have psychology or whatever, and it's not great. I'm trying to think of one thing. I'm trying to think of is like the other careers, because any of these ones, I'm kind of calling these the individuals, where individuals are you don't have a task force, but you are taking the load off of somebody else. So it's kind of the idea of like military officers are taking the load off the military cap. Instead of instead of commanding every unit, you're only commanding a few. You know, envoys are supposed to be kind of like the idea, like envoys and bureaucrats. But like these are kind of like you're not really a part of things. I'm like, what else do I can? I don't know. I'm kind of If you have attributes, better. That's effectively what expertises are. That's kind of the idea. Your expertise is your skill attribute, technically. But employment. So staff member. Staff members are employed at Aeon and the United Nations. Also, staff members are staff member apply and are eventually let's see, staff members apply. Go through rigorous training. To take up position inside of Aeon with specific responsibilities. Spawn. Let's see. Rigorous training. Take up positions inside of Aeon with specific responsibilities and included. And specific responsibilities included. Each position at Aeon staff member will That was a weird noise. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna keep the camera rolling, and you're gonna be hearing me. Notepad is going on an investigation to figure out what that sound was. Wish me luck. I guess it's nothing. Going to make a wild deduction. Just it's my heater making strange noises. This is what you come for. This is the kind of exciting content you come to Notepad Anon for. What the fuck is that noise in my room? It's great. This is the pulse pounding experience. You know, you got some of these other shows. Yeah, you got your Squid Games. Nah, me, it's real life. You don't know what the fuck. Has anyone watched Squid Game 2, by the way? It's weird, I actually kind of enjoyed the first season, and then I look at the second season, I'm like, I have zero. Very fascinating. For the United Nations, the first fight against the Apostles, staff members. The staff member will, applying to Aeon. Staff member. Let's see. Applying for Aeon, the staff member will find a position they are qualified. Will find a position they are qualified, allowing them their final act. Let's see. Qualify for these if they cannot find a position. If they cannot find a position, if they want to actually, they want a position and do not qualify. To take it anyway. However, if they do not qualify, if they do not qualify, they cannot be. If two or more staff members. Let's see. They will make an post check with the appropriate. Let's see. Or they make a post check with the appropriate expertise. Whoever scores the highest being great. Roll. If the group does not have enough play, does not have enough PL actually, to fill every position, then the structure will hurt. Then. So, basic idea. Put that down here. Hey, we gotta qualify for your employee. Congratulations, you have to be qualified to do your job. I know, it's actually amazing. Who would have guessed such an amazing revelation? You have to actually know how to do your fucking job. This happens less than you think. If I were a rich man, na 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 na. If I were a very, very man. Okay, so right hand. The idea of the right hand is simple. Right hand is complete access. Effectively, their gimmick is complete access to everything. From a strictly gameplay point of view, they can do everything because they are immensely qualified to do everything. The problem being the right hand is that no matter what you pick, the likelihood that you are not qualified is very high. But being the right hand is at the top of the food chain. That's your Fuyutsuki. Why is... You may be wondering, well, what do you mean? Galleon? Yep. Kozo Fuyutsuki. Hello, Kozo. Kozo is 59 years. Like, this is like as Kozo, as Fuyutsuki, you immensely competent individual. 59, he's one of the oldest members of the entire Ava crew. And his job is to effectively be Gendo's bitch. And he knows it. And that's the point of being the right hand. It's a lot of things are derived back on. You don't really have that much of a staff member because everyone is effectively a staff member. That's the secret. Secret to huge success. Yutsuki's a dumbass. So Bridge Commander. This is if we're Fuyu. Totally. Throws me off. So effectively, Bridge Commander is your Masato role. I think a lot of people are going to want to play the Bridge Commander. I think that's fine. We want people to play. So, Ritsuko. That's Ritsuko's head scientist. That's your job. We don't really see a chief physician. We don't see a chief technician. We don't really even see any military captains in the series. We don't see therapists. Bureaucrats kind of fall into a couple different categories, but they don't really are named. Well, the envoy would be Kaji. Hi, Kaji. Like that's kind of the big thing there. It's because we all love Kaji, and that's kind of the idea of various positions. Kind of the idea behind like the envoy and the bureaucrat is like by virtue of you being there, you provide some benefits. Not everyone played as the Bridge Commander. Not really. Everyone can't really play as the Bridge Commander because there's only one Masato. The idea is everyone can interact with various parts of Central Dogma. Effectively, everyone can go to any room and start doing things that they need. Certain roles, certain positions are going to be better at doing those things, though, and that's going to be like your job. Your job is to run the Oracle system. Your job is to make sure these pilots are not losing shit. However, sometimes you might need to go somewhere else to fix something. You might need to go over here to fix something. Uh-oh, something is going wrong. Go over there. That's kind of the idea there. Like, the titular Bridge Commander is the thing that ends up inheriting everything if no one else is there to play it. In theory, you could play this solo as just the Bridge Commander. And the idea would be is, you are Masato. Congratulations, Major. You are the one. You must now save humanity and fucking juggle, effectively, the rest of this shit. And juggling is what you will be doing. Juggling everything. And that's half the fun, right? Okay. I'm going to we're just going to paste this completely unlinked. This is what we got. This is our position. Grab you, hit you here. We're going to you. Going to by that. Hmm. Hmm. Either into CO into a commanding office into either commanding officer and then no. Positions are broken down into either a command position, either a command position or pers- personal position, individual position. How do I want to word that? Like, the chief physician's going to have a number of people who are working with. That's kind of the idea. You have your staff, your task force. So they're going to have, like, doctors. They have a number of people who are just following them around because that is their action. Your job is to follow the doctor around. The technician would have, engineers. You have a 3-man team of engineers that you can send out to do things. Sit in this position and just keep maintenance going because we need to fix the fucking Iscariot. I'm going to go out and do something else. Hey, you stick with me. I need bonuses to my role. That's kind of the idea. Military captains aren't really going to have that. Effectively, everyone's got a staff. Bridge commander just inherits everything, and they've got the bridge crew. Right hand doesn't have any. I always find it funny when the numbers fluctuate when it comes to the viewer counts, because you can always tell when it's time for being pensive. People stop. People stop watching. That's what happens. You gotta be pensive. Mm. This is what happened. Thinking. Masato. Masato. Technically. Um. Mm, 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 Specialist. Don't ask for. Mm, mm, Mm. That's kind of the hey, do different things. We're going here on command and places. Bridge commander, head scientist, chief physician, head technician, military captain. I've read. Okay, so we're thinking about it like this. Let's ignore it. We're ignoring these. A on command. These are the guys running the show. These are the guys with staff that are being able to do. Specialist, bureaucrats, envoy, intelligence officer, ER therapists. I mean, psychologist, the right hand, which is effectively the I know conspiracies. Well, I guess I could ask people. This is what I do best. Can't do that because if I post that, people are going to snarky, shitty comments not getting done because people keep posting comments. Nothing will get. So, bridge commander. Your job is to make sure, at the end of the day, as a bridge commander, your job is to make sure everyone is. You are solely responsible for the pilots. You need good psychology, technical, and warfare. All right, easy enough to understand. You know, we'll even keep it light, something like this. Cool. Chief physician. You need good psychology, good science. Easy enough to understand. Head scientist. You need a good science, good technical. Easy enough to understand. Head technician. Head technician. All right, easy enough. You need good technical, good science, good biz. Yeah, good business. You're doing your fucking job. Military captain. You just need to be good at fighting and winning a child, aka pilot. Bureaucrats. Bureaucrats are going to need 5 envoys need nothing. Envoys are going to be E. Into officers just need 10 in psychology. Actually, if we do something like military op 8 that need a psychology. Need a 10 in there, 5 in science. Right hand, 10, 10, 10, 10. The right hand is you are privy to all of that bull. Hmm. No one really has any good idea. Like, chief financial officer would be interesting if we wanted to things like that, but that would mostly head of on-site security. That would be more of like the military captain, effectively. Okay. This works. Dang. Because if Reiko wanted to apply to be psychologist, does not actually qualify, fun fact. But she does. What does she qualify for? She does actually qualify to be a chief physician, fun fact, because she got the 5 psychology, has the 10 science. So she does actually qualify to be a chief physician, but not the head scientist. Okay. I think I missed it. Don't know what it is. That always drives me insane. Worst feeling in the world, I fucking swear. But what we're going to do is... we're gonna mark certain... We're gonna mark the star. Note at the... I don't need to put a... Why don't we put a Japanese reference? Nice big... Nice big obnoxious. Like to see. So, Bridge Commander. What do we need to do to fight you on that? It's going to be Ecology, Chief Physician, Science, Science. Science. Bureaucrats. And list numbers of bureaucrats and bomb boys. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Right hand needs that, but technically. Fuck it. So now, aren't that 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10? At 11 positions. We've got 11 positions. That's quite a few. Going to grab this and we're here. Post this right here, and then positions summary. Actually, let's do this. So we're going to start with Aeon. First one is Bridge Command. So Bridge Commander. The Iscariot operations director, commander, commanding ground, ground. Iscariot operations director, commander-in-chief during operation muscle up. Does leave table. Chief physician. We're going to go then down below. What we need to put in. You're going to have X level because you have access to every except certain ones. Chief physician's going to have, I'm gonna call it blue level clearance for right now, just access to science things. Going to go down one more. Then this is going to be add +1 order. Because effectively what I want to do is like everyone's got know your role. What are you supposed to do? What is Bridge Commander supposed to be doing? Bridge Commander needs to be up there. It's going to be 3 bridge crew. So, I mean, your task force 3 bridge crew members. Those are your 3, and then let's get in. Would be we do insert 2, and then and expertise. Waiting orders in the command room. Add plus. Add plus. Ratty toaster. When creating orders in the command room, add +1 success. Add +1 success. Creating orders in the command room, generate 2 orders per success. Okay. So you pretty much double the amount you're actually going to be able to build the number of orders you're getting, because that's your job. So surrounded by the admin. Effectively, yep, as a chief physician, you are effectively working health and human. Physical. On the physical and mental health, physical and mental health of staff and blue clearance. Your big thing is doing something like through do that. So head scientist. Head of research and development. Primary focus and let's see, Iscariot maintenance and quartermastering duty and quartermaster duties. Technician, so you would have, we're going to call you red level clearance. Have blue clearance. You have your science team, which are scientists. 2 scientists, and you're going to have here's good morning. How is it? Curse of Bad Ava creeped in already, or are we good? We're good for now. It's right now it's just a lot of also hello Iris. Right now it is sitting around and trying to make sure we get everything going. When I said there was going to be a fuck ton of tables in this, I knew there was going to be a fuck ton of tables. So right now I'm like, okay, what do we like? Let's just so when reading the oracle, and three, effectively, instead of losing 3 successes to interpret that shit, you just literally don't worry about it, because that's your fucking job. In the engineering bay. No. In the engineering bay, armor repairs are. In the engineering bay, armor are. One success. Ooze. What I'm thinking about doing for health is a little bit odd, but effectively everyone's going to have about 5 health states. Now, this is going to be mental, physical, whatever. So, basic health states. So, start off, you're going to be completely healthy. It's going to be a superficial wound, superficial wound, light wound, media, serious, critical, and then death. You effectively, after you take... Actually, we can even get... So it's kind of like the eye... Actually, no. Keep that. So, effectively, after a while, you start dying. Everything starts, collapsing. With Avas and Angels, Apostles, you still have these 5 basic health states. However, Apostles have their, I can't believe it's not their AT field. You gotta reduce their AT field before you start dealing, or at least mitigate it. The Iscariots have armor, which does the exact same thing. Why is the bonus called Cassandra? I'm with the science team. Cassandra jumps are weird, so maybe super light. Yeah, we're working on it. Mong. It's one of the ideas is Iscariots cannot heal mid-combat. So if you start taking real damage, you can't heal that. You can repair their armor though. So that's kind of like one of the states of being of like, okay, we want to fix up. Okay, you've taken a lot of armor damage. Before you take any serious damage, we're gonna pull you back. But that's time. That's something we could be doing something else entirely. That's time where we could be sending up, be working on a prog knife. That's See, I'm so excited for Greek mythology hit the big screen. The Odyssey. That's the funny thing. Is it's going to be the first time in forever that we get to see Nolan's true vision of the Avengers style of mythology. It's going to be great. That's kind of the idea of the Oracle. Is the Oracle is the Magi system effectively, and it is a very vaguely reliable. Anyone else trying to interpret it is going to have a bad time. The head scientist interpreting it is like, okay, we can get information out of this, and it's pretty much like you're building successes to actually uncover data about it. The Angel. So military captain, you're going to have... I'm just putting it. There we go. 3 companies of armor, 2 VTOL wing. Next. Let's. Very. You need something here. What is that? We're going. You. So. Here and. Bratton. Because you are a specialist, it don't get a T in their hand. Unless we give, you know what we can do? Make that effectively your gimmick as the BR. Okay, that works. So your gimmick as the. That. Actually, okay. HR staff. May select. Adopt is not the right word. How do we want that? How do we... Effectively, as the bureaucrat, what you can do is you can steal other people's task force to do things. In an optimal sense, the bureaucrat is being able to ferry medical personnel over to where they're needed. Or, fuck, one of our scientists is doing something over here. We need to drag a scientist and one of the officers to do something else. As a bureaucrat, you are playing half ferryman, half, everything is on fire. Fuck, I'm gonna drag some guys to help me with this because I don't know. Envoy. Envoy. Clearance. So, internal Aeon internal intelligence officer, specifically train to root out option or ranks and then the military. A English leader. Don't know what to give office, but main company of Italian or VTOL under their command. Effectively, as a military officer, is you are independent, but you may also be kind of you're doing your own thing in the field, then which is to say you are in the field. It's the bureaucrat's ability being people recognize they are a leader of some kind, but don't recognize which team they belong to. So the person just like, I guess we're doing. Yeah, the best way to think about it is imagine like a middle manager approaching you being like, hey, we got to do this thing. And you're like, all right, you get paid way more than me. I guess we're doing this. If you want to play HR, you play a bureaucrat. Like that is literally your job, is in a combat, you're not really supposed to be doing anything. Not your fucking problem. Your problem is making sure all this shit actually works. If I really wanted to give them like something a little bit more special, I would say like the bureaucrat has their own team. Effectively. Like they have their own task force composed of random other people. Like they can have any number of task force guys. They have like 3 guys, but they can have a scientist, engineer, medical personnel, and a crew member. Like alone, they not great, but they're just like we have multiple things. What would be a good thing for an intelligence officer? Your entire job is to make sure people are doing their fucking thing. I guess it would. Your job isn't even really during combat. That's the funny thing, is like as an intelligence officer, your job is not actually during like taking part in the giant robot battles. That's not your fucking problem. So we could literally just say, yeah, you have literally access to everything. However, don't really. Um. mm, mm, Effectively, that means that is the I am making a Hail Mary because you could just fuck up. That's psychologist and mm, mm, mm. Oh, thank you very much, Yvreli. Oh god, not again. How does this keep happening? Well, thank you very much for subscribing. No fancy. Maybe Intel also gets a bonus of seeing through deception or combat deeper things. Should I pass that info? Yeah, it was. I'm trying to think of like trying to give them like something useful, mostly because of how fucking weird and awful combat is in this game. Because what do you mean by it's weird and awful, Notepad? Because it's second person, effectively. Staff and you would have blue. You just have blue clip. They bring each of them up or down a sync level. And right hand. Let's see. The right hand acts on behalf of the commander if they are in a there we go. Gain plus 5. Effectively, yep, the right hand is on. Oh. Specials. Communication off. Oh, you know how to put that. That's the blackmail and bribes. Yeah, effectively, if you want to play a character like that, that's what you're doing. You are being a dick. Like yeah, in combat, you're not even that. Like in an apostle battle, that's not your problem. Like that is not your need to go to heading 3. Task. So, task force. A task force is a way of and work directly under command. Let's see. A collection of employees who are loyal and work directly under one of the command positions. Task force members will contribute. Task force members contribute may either be fast member team or assigned section to assist there. One part of the staff member's team. Each task member provides a +5 to all checks. They are applicable. To scientists. Alternately, each +5 checks here. Provide. What's the line? Sell and get the best possible results. Alternatively, let's see. And a passive assisting in operations while the going to put common. And the put here going to be the inheritance cycle. most play groups consist of 3 to 5 p.m. Excluding Metatron. This does not cover a majority of possible that the may need in a situation. This is where the inheritance so this is where the inheritance each position will inherited by one above it if it is not filled. Each position will be inherited by one above it if it is not filled. Each position in this way grant unique task force member of that particular position to assist them and their duties. In lore, in world, that position has someone in it, and they may has someone in it, and they are doing their job. However, outside of that, in world, that position is someone in it and they are doing their job. However, in the game world, they are being controlled by someone else. By someone. I'm back. I remember I had some leftovers and found old DVD in the club. DVD. Remember DVDs? 8 billion years ago? Anybody member? Gotta love those member bears. Now, what you need to do is I need to select this. Technically, we don't need. What I need to do. I'm going to select all of you. What do I want? There's many ways to do this, and I need to put all of this information. Secret is I need to put this information. What do I? We need bottom. So. Unless we do it. So this would be military captain. Military captain, head technician. Oh, or inherited by scientists. You are being inherited by you get inherited by or be bridge are inherited by the right hand. Extremely convoluted. That okay. So, in this extremely convoluted arrangement of things, what we need to do is we need to insert a special character. That head technician and chief physician are inherited by this. Everything is then inherited by the right hand. Promise I am not going actually insane. Makes sense to one person. Greater Caucasoid. What if we selected everything? What are you gonna do about that, huh? Select all of you have 0 points. The noise again. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's my chair. Hello. Brother Prom saved on 3 DVDs. Howdy, Neo, the Gaunt of Ghost. The Ghost of Gaunt, you might say. It's, Gaunt's favorite, famous phrase. Daunted over everything. Ran away. Wait, no, that's, Hero of the Year. That's Siphon's Cade. Never read Gaunt's Ghost. I heard people said it was the best of the Black Library. And I don't know. Black Library books. I want to like a Black Library. Every now and again they're good. But then you find one where like, wow, this is the worst shit I've ever had the displeasure of viewing. Truly. Pain memento. So, okay. Head technician and chief physician are inherited by the head scientist. Head science, everything role is inherited by the bridge commander, which in turn isn't. Here. Bridge commander, and will eventually inherit everything in the right hand. If there is no one. You have someone everywhere let's for example, if there's no head technician, then the head scientist, a head technician added to the task force, added to their task force. And let's for the right hand. Note that no specialist can be inherited. Note that no specialists can be inherited. They are not there. Simply. Talk about the task force. This task force done. If we want to do some, if we're doing some like clear level stuff, I mean, clearance level black, that is all access. That's all access, and that's just right and flash. Then it would be technically below that. Let's call it magenta. Magenta is all access. And the deck, all but optical bridge commander, which is the bridge commander, and it red is technical. Actually, red is armory and deployment. Green is technical. Annex Bay. Then it would be blue is science. White, no clearance. Effectively, best you access civilian locations. Orange clearance. Actually, Effectively, got the orange stripe. That means that you remotely, when you access anything with your card, make sure you're sneaky. Um, would be purple. Purple is regal. Okay, fine. Purple. Make it purple just for you. Let's see. Are we missing? What else are we missing? Like, effectively the actual. Oh, let's build out. We're gonna build something here, everyone. Just a lot of us. So, at the heart of everything is Central Command. Central Command is effectively the bridge. This is where everything takes place. So, above that, we have the Panopticon. This is mostly Commander. So, we know this is connected. So, then we have loading. Then we have I guess we'd call it the Iscariot Bay. It's effectively I guess. Then we've got science, research development. Medical wing. What are we missing in our? So we're thinking of central command. So if we're thinking of Nerve HQ, load Nerve. So we want to do Nerve. Yes, we do. So this is the bridge. These are all the bridge crew members. Dirty guys. So. Effectively, Gendo's up here in the Panopticon. Like, he's literally just sitting there fucking about, making life is a little bit. I guess, yeah, I guess we could it's gonna sound silly, but we could have a staff room. Central command, that's where a lot of things are going to be going down. Staff room is there because staff room is, fuck, someone's having a mental breakdown. How do we fix get them in this? Also a good place to hide. Guess we can put down like All right, everyone, we're just gonna watch some Evangelion real fast. We want to do Ava. Shinji gets in the fucking robot. Get in that robot, Shinji. Let's. Crank that Soja boy, as one might say. Let's see. But it's just Amazon warehouse, that screaming room. Yeah, I guess if we want to be really specific, I guess we could literally have the idea phase. Like, shit's kicking off. How do we get from point A to point B? Because it's kind of like launch bays are where the Iscariots come from. You know, this is like launch bay. Like this is Iscariot. This is Iscariot. Iscariot. On the other hand, armory and deployment is military aspect. The military guys. I'm a military officer. I want to deploy with my guys. You start here and you go boom, boom. You get your ass deployed. Hey, someone, we gotta get Ray, we gotta get this horrifyingly injured child into the robot. Bump, 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 bump. Get her in there. Get him in there. Ah, shit. We need to do science. Get in there. Fuck. We need to get over here. Fuck. One quarters communication, technical. Like, kind of the idea of this is during an operation, during a combat operation, this is everything kind of linked together. Because if you want to move to a new location, yeah, it's like, if you are saying, okay, I'm Misato, shit, we need to make sure if the kid is medical is fine, because no one's reporting it on that. You have to say, okay, I am going to R&D, which is going to medical. The technician cannot get there easy because he does not have the right authorization. He does not have the right key card to get in. Which is kind of a, hey, you gotta do things. This is why the envoy is useful, because the envoy can follow people. It's just another pair of hands. That's why I'm like, we don't need everything, because that's kind of more fluff locations. Like, just here's corridors, here's a bunch of random shit. And Like, we don't really need those necessarily. What we need is how do we get from point A to point B? And what would we need in a combat scenario? It's kicking off. How do we want to do this? Unless we could, in theory, like, give the Oracle its own room that you have to be in. So it's kind of like, okay, Oracle spitting information out. We're trying to interpret it. We're trying to make sure we don't die. It's a big daisy chain of lots of different things that need to be... Many different things need to happen. How do we deal with it? Feels like I'm missing something. We got a staff room. Let's just call it a... The Amazon stream... The Amazon approved screaming room. Oh shit, someone's having a fucking shit fit. What do we do? Get them into the staff room. Because the thing is, like, yeah, Nerve is fucking huge. I don't think people quite understand that Nerve is freakishly massive and, like, doesn't... Cafeteria 2, Cafeteria 1, data centers. Like... Oh, God. Add in the... So, let's see. What I do... You have... You have purple level clearance, blue level clearance, red leather clearance. You need red level. You need green level. Red level clearance. Bureaucrats, middle managers, they would have... They got purple level. White level. Access. Literally fucking it. Clearance. Red level. and the right hand has. I have no idea where to put the clearances. This isn't going to be a. This isn't going to be. Clearance description. Who hit? You hit. Black. Access to all facilities. Purple. Complete access to complete access to floor facilities. No panop. Opticon red access. Engineering and armory. Engineering and armory. Engineer. Ooh. No access without supervision. Civilian. Effectively, you shouldn't really actually be here. You are a let's see. Base did need to be basically be one giant super deep bunker, not to mention manufacturing and research. Yeah, no, like Nerve is effectively a city by itself. Like that's one of the amusing things is like Nerve, the city of Tokyo 3 is built to protect Nerve HQ. That's the thing with it. Fucked up. Yeah. We're going to sacrifice legitimately everyone in the city as long as that it's okay. What are we missing? What are we missing? Got employed. So all the way back up. We explain the roles people person has. Basically, pretty much. Like that's the. So, I'm going to hit. I'm going to hit this button. Employment task force. Then what we should do. And safety. Let's so Aeon. Aeon. Self on safety standards. On safety standards in regards to experiments and development. However, it is not uncommon for staff members. Let's see. However, it's not uncommon for staff members to suffer from this psychological trauma during employment. Aeon staff, medical staff, standby. Always on standby to keep. A better. Well, could maintain a. Whenever staff members, all in all, person, all people have have 2 tracks: physical and psychological. Each of these tracks broken down in into 5 tiers of gradual worsening conditions until they are until they expire. Oops. Safety, that. Hey, just stand. We are here to keep you alive. That is legitimately the goal here. Goal of the operation: keep our staff members alive. Because we do care about you. That's like one thing I kind of want to like emphasize with Aeon. It's like, yeah, Aeon does kind of want to keep you around. Like, that's the entire point. You are, in fact, not expendable. However, we really wish that you would stop working for the fucking Illuminati or It's the end of the world. Why are you working for the Illuminati? You. Aeon. And this. Psychological. Superficial, then it would be healthy, superficial, and then what would be medium? Get ready for wound classifications by the Associate Professor of Montana State University. Oh, that looks awful. Oh, that looks well. Oh, that's an ass. That's just a man's ass. They are probably not. Holy shit, not evil nerve. What did you expect? I don't really know. Think of like superficial, medium. stable, frayed, disturbed. Mm, okay, so. Mm, staff member. Mm, 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 whatever. Mm, mm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. By 1, 2, or 3 steps. 1 step, damn it. 1 step, damn it. Mm, mm, mm. Just attack my 1, 2. My 1, 2. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, 2 damage. Mm, mm. Small caliber, getting shot with a small caliber handgun, or witnessing a Iscariot go down, Iscariot go down. Mm. 3 damage attacks are considered lethal if mm, mm, getting rifle or mm, 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 or you. A -1. They increase the difficulty. Increase the difficulty. By let's increase the difficulty of all checks by 1. Staff member has wounds as medium wounds and Afraid they would have -3. Have a -3 difficulty. -3 difficulty. Or 2 checks. Because the worst you could have is technically -3. So -6, but that's still pretty fucking bad. I think war. Like, yeah, like shit's getting weird. Like, staff members able to let's see. Staff member is injured, and if staff member is injured or if that member is injured or in doubt and there isn't a crisis going on, they may go to nerve medical, or home to rest and recuperate. Cover all of their wounds and physical and psychological damage. This recovers all of their physical and psychological damage, even if they are pain pills. Even if they are chewing on pain pills. If there is a resting will only restore 1 step of psychological health. Let's see. See, they recover 1 step of health with the appropriate category. Effectively, what I want to try to get across here, getting hurt is dangerous. Like, oh shit, someone gets a shot off. There is a problem. Someone pulls a gun and shoots you. If they manage to hit you, you're already at medium. Getting shot again will kill you. Get down. Get in the cover. It's going down. You gotta get the fuck out of here. This is bad. On the other hand, most other people are also obeying this. You want to deal with someone really fucking easy? Shoot them with a gun. You pop someone with a fucking... You hit someone with a modern assault rifle. Modern fucking... Hit someone with like, even like an AK-47. They ain't getting back up that easily. Like, that 7.62 does wonders on the body. You know, that's kind of the idea. Getting hit by anything hurts. Psychological is kind of the same way. Like, the intent would be seeing something horrible go on is like a very clear moment of, oh, fuck. If someone is already having a bad time, it's not gonna, actually, what we can do, then what we can do, So like, yeah, like you, yeah, once you're here is like, you need immediate treatment or you are going to die. Like, you are. So most of the actual game, combat is distant from our characters. But when fists start flying or someone steals a gun, shit gets real fucking fast. Yeah. That's why having even a guy who is good at combat, having a military of 10, you're like, oh, military of 10, that's pretty good. You know, you're a very well-to-do soldier at that point. Having that at 10 means minimum you will score 4 successes. And all combat really does boil down to is, do I beat the number of your successes? Just pull out a gun and shoot someone. They're not getting back up after that. Death Spiral is hard on this one. On the other hand, most people are, like, the second they punch you in the face and you go down, they're not going to continue. Most people don't want to kill you. If someone is bringing a gun, if someone brings out a gun, shit's hit the fan, everyone run. Like, this is bad. But why would they want to hit you? That's the secret. Combat is so distant from you, so that mental calculation changes a lot more. Which is the goal of this, is your mental calculations begin changing. Oh, man up, Shinji. Your Evangelion can totally take that much damage. You have 5 armor left. Even though, in world, Shinji just got blasted by a fucking death ray and is currently shitting his pants because he's absolutely terrified because he just got hit. Yeah, the armor's gonna block it. On the other hand, that's kind of traumatizing to a kid. Hey, Shinji! Don't worry about it. You can do it. But it gets real spooky when you're talking to someone mysterious and they pull out a knife and stab you in the gut with it. Oh, this is oh no. Like, you -2 to all of your checks. That's fucking painful. Immediately everything becomes complex. Everything gets more hard. And if you're like, oh shit, like, uh-oh, I'm gonna start critically failing things. I'm gonna start going wrong unless I get my shit together. And that's where it gets harder. That's where it gets more and more continuously fucked up. but you have that, you have such a distance away from the big threats that you start looking at things differently, and that's the point. That's what I really want to have happen. Is, man, I don't give a shit about these kids. Fuck them kids. They can do whatever the fuck they want. On the other hand, you realize very quickly, hey, wait a second, shit gets real fast. And that's also what I kind of want for like the angels and stuff, the apostles, is like, once you start hitting them, they go down pretty quickly. The problem is, none of your things pierce them. None of them go through the AT field. You need them to break the AT field. But oh wait, they can rip through your armor in like 5 seconds. So it's like, shit. Well, fuck. So, let's see. Got our task force. Intelligence officer, we qualify. At a science. Horses, stability, and safety. Okay, let's quick double check up like this. Okay. We've got all the Aeon staff done. Okay. Alright, I'm feeling good. We got Aeon staff done. Je whoop. The whoop, as one might. So, with all of this done, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do next week. I'll probably start doing it this weekend, because there's after midnight for me. My goal, I want to get the entirety of base time done, or at least in a decent place. Once that's done, then move on to apostle attacks, and then we start doing it. This is going to be the pain in the ass part, right? This is like, okay, we can, it's just going to be a, what's new content? What's new content, Notepad? Well, I was going to end stream now, because I'm tired, and you showed up. But generally speaking, I think we're in a decent place. It's just going to be a lot of writing, and writing is very long. But that's the fun part, right? Let's see. Tomorrow, Saturday, I've got a couple things we're going to be most likely doing. I'll probably stream. Don't hold that though. Sunday, we are also probably going to be streaming. Probably tomorrow will either be Cruciform or More Bridge Commander. I don't know yet. Sunday will probably be Cruciform, trying to get everything set up with that, because I'm trying to get the PDF set up, but that's a pain in the ass. Once all of that's done, then we can start moving on next week, which next week is probably going to be a dead sprint. Finish as much of this game as physically possible, which I legitimately, oh god, oh Jesus, think we can do it. I think it's going to be complicated, and I need to stop streaming at like 11. Truly Evangelion momento.